Hi everyone, my name is James Feeney. Welcome to or back to my channel. Today I want to run through a few updates. So this may or may not be interesting depending on how much you care about these things, but I'm going to be speaking about my channels, a few of my thoughts going forward, my website, and the reading practices that I have as far as professional reading, as well as just some life updates, content updates. So if any of this appeals to you, or if you just like hearing somebody speak about these things, stay tuned, because if you like my content or you care to watch it, this may be of interest to you. So I guess we'll start with the content, and an idea that I have going forward that I guess I just wanted to put out there and share is that I was thinking that I might just stick to doing one core video each week. I have for at least the past few months and for the majority of the last year tried to upload 2 videos a week, one in the middle of the week and one on the weekends. It tends to be, at least in the past few weeks and months, a Wednesday video and a Saturday video. I'm thinking that I might just want to put all of my energy into a Saturday video and hopefully make those videos better content-wise and the substance that is put into it, rather than kind of pushing myself or kind of grasping for ideas for a Wednesday video. So that would be about 4 videos a month, but I will say that not included within those 4 videos, I still want to do recaps, favorites videos, updates videos like this, announcement videos, lives, and so I wouldn't count those within the 1 video a week. So the 1 video a week would be something where I have something to share or teach or a dialogue to weigh in on, something that is hopefully more substantial and mentally stimulating, and something that I need to prepare for a little bit and get thinking about. So those videos would be once a week, but I would throw in, for example, at the end of my month, a monthly recap, which I wouldn't count as one of those videos. So at that point of the month, you would get 2. And then if I had any sort of announcements and updates to share, I would just throw those in the middle of a week. And if I were to do lives, which I haven't done yet, but I'm planning to do more of or hopefully get into, then I wouldn't count that as a video of the week either. So 4 consistent videos interspersed with things that are a little bit more casual, that are easier to kind of upload, that don't require as much mental preparation. So let me know what you all think about that. It's something I just want to try out. I think November will be the trial month for this, and who knows, I may go back to doing or attempting to do 2 videos a week that are hopefully a little bit more substantial. I may not, so we'll see how that goes. Just wanted to put that out there and also get some feedback for anybody who cares at all about that. So there's that. Then as far as my website goes, for anybody who's visited it or anybody who is interested in booking a reading with me, has in the past, is considering it, I have usually offerings of readings that you can book, and the interface on the website is not that great. It doesn't really allow for this seamless process. It really just forwards you to a sort of constructed email to me based on the reading you select, and you set up the reading via email with me. I'm not very techy, and creating the sort of process of payment for me has been difficult, along with the scheduling. 1, I'm not techy, and 2, the best way to go about this is to link a sort of PayPal payment method, and I happen to be banned from PayPal for life. If anybody's curious about that, it's not that exciting of a story, and it just happened when I was younger, and I happen to still be banned, and it's really difficult with other payment services. So I'm hoping to maybe shift my website a little bit, hopefully get things up and running in a more smooth and seamless way. As of now, it's really more of a reaching out via email process if you'd want to book a reading, and I know that there are specific offerings, and then I offer custom reading options. I'm thinking I want to switch this over more so to have it in time increments. This is what I do for in-person readings in the shop and sometimes at events, but in an event they would be smaller scale readings because they have to move quickly. But I'd like to make it more of a half an hour or hour-long option as far as sessions go, and I want my website to reflect that. And then, for example, if any of you out there were looking to book a reading, you would let me know what you'd like that reading to be about, if you had anything that you wanted it to be about, or if you just wanted to wait until we were face to face, if it were a live reading, then you could tell me and we could delve into that. If it were a pre-recorded video reading, you would have to give me some sense of what you wanted from the reading going forward, so I would be able to do and conduct a reading accordingly, unless you just wanted a general reading. So I want it to be more time based rather than the card numbers. So right now I have very specific readings that incorporate spreads, and if one were to do a custom reading, it would be priced by the card rather than by the time. Same for the preset readings with spreads. Those are based on card number, and that affects the price. And rather than basing a reading's price on the amount of cards, I'd much rather do it in regards to time. And I've been veering away from using very strict spreads with clients unless they ask for them or unless I feel called to based on what a client is looking for. So if you want to book a session, I'm in the process of updating my website to reflect time-based readings for pre-recorded videos and for live sessions. So it's going to be options of 30 minutes and 60 minutes, and feel free to reach out via email, as that is still the method that really works in booking readings with me, if that's at all of interest. And if you're just curious but want to know more about the reading process, pricing, details, definitely reach out via email. I don't bite. I know that emailing somebody and actually starting a dialogue can be a little bit more intimidating than a seamless booking process where you pay and just add notes. And so I know that that can turn some people off from booking a reading, but I just wanted to offer that if you have or have looked to book a reading with me, it's going to be based on time rather than the amount of cards. Keep that in mind, and if you have any questions about that, feel free to comment below or send me an email. But that's that on that. And then as far as life goes and the channel and all of that, I really would like to just check in with you all and ask how you're feeling about the content, if it's going in a direction that you enjoy. I like to produce content that I enjoy and that reflects where I'm at on my path, but I think it's also important because I am sharing this and hoping to provide something that's of value to others. I'd like to get some feedback on that, so if anybody out there has any feelings to express, critical, positive, all of the above, I mean, please avoid outright negative hate, but I am very much open to criticism, and so yes, feel free to send it my way. I welcome it. And as far as going forward, I spoke to lives. I've never done a live video before, but I'd like to maybe get into them a little bit more, and I think that that's part of how I've been trending in terms of wanting to have a more casual attitude on this channel. I feel sometimes like I come off very formal and closed off, and I don't like that. I want there to be this sort of fluid dialogue that feels accessible, where we can speak to each other and have conversations. So I'd really like that. I still have plans to do a giveaway for 1K, and I will do a sort of update or announcement video when that is finalized. I just want to have the materials that I'm ready to give away and the process and how I want to go about it all set in stone before I announce it. And then I am planning to do my first live actually when I announce those giveaway winners, and maybe I'll make it more of a casual thing where anybody who joins the live chat can ask questions and we can all kind of just hang around and have a good time. I like to view anybody who watches this and comments and is a part of this as people that, as you all are, people that I would like to speak to and get to know on a deeper level, and so hopefully through lives that can happen. And so I'm looking forward to my first one being a way of me showing gratitude for you all and giving back through announcing giveaway winners, and then hopefully we can get into more of a dialogue in a way through that process. I'd like to have a more open dialogue with any and all who watch my videos. I think you guys are great, and I've met some amazing people through creating content, and in the comment section there are some of you that I actually feel like I know pretty well now, and it's been really fun to have that process. So those are just a few updates that I wanted to share and speak to going forward. Other than that, I think that about covers it all. I know that the portion about the readings was a little bit confusing. I'm hoping to have my website kind of updated and revamped in the coming days to reflect what I just spoke about. If anybody out there is really techie and knows about website design and the sort of back-end processes that go into creating a website interface that's very smooth, please let me know. I am very much open to working with somebody if you have any recommendations on host websites. I'm not somebody who can code very well or interact in that way. And I use, what do I use? I host my domain through Wix, and I pay for like the premium membership there, which is not cheap at all, but it doesn't actually fit in very well with the idea of selling services. Wix, it seems, is a lot better for selling products, and the idea of booking something with a time and having options, the interface is not very good for that. So I'd be curious to know what anybody out there recommends who knows better about these things and how to go about that. I like to think that we can all share ideas and hopefully help each other a little bit. So this is me in a way asking for maybe not help, but feedback or suggestions. Definitely open to that. I'm also thinking that I'd like to create a sort of workbook out of my spreads. I know that I share a lot of my spreads that I create, or some of them, on this channel and on Instagram, where I'll share the walkthrough of that spread or that type of reading that I've made. And I've had some people actually ask if I would kind of make a sort of workbook or have them available in some way where there's a bunch all together. And I do actually have a very crude sort of workbook or Word document that has a lot of these spreads on them, and I'd like to create something that looks a lot more clean and pretty and organized, and have a bunch of these spreads together, and then maybe make a workbook of it, something that also has prompts and questions that you might answer in connection to the readings, or journaling prompts that accompany a certain type of reading to kind of delve into something. And that involves some software to make things look nice and bring all that together, and I'm not very good at all of that, so that's going to be a process as well. But I do have plans to hopefully make a workbook with all of these spreads within it, and also have prompts and journaling prompts, questions, sections for writing, and to kind of just guide and add some more detail outside of the raw spread itself. So that's something I do have in the works. There are a bunch of spreads that I haven't shared on this channel or anywhere else that I have kind of behind the scenes that I use or just kind of keep in a log. And so it would incorporate spreads that haven't been shown here as well. So it's not just recycling what I put on this channel. And if you're interested in those spreads, there is a playlist, so I'll try to put that in the cards somewhere, but that's something that's on my list to do, a workbook of spreads that you can also answer questions and that asks you questions. So I think that would be fun. And when that eventually comes into being, I'd like to sell that on my website. I'm not thinking it's going to be crazily priced. It's going to be more of a downloadable, printable type of content. So stay tuned for that. I'm not thinking it's going to be done in the immediate future, the next few weeks, or even maybe month or two, but down the line, probably, yeah, hopefully not too far. Look out for that, and I'll offer more updates as that materializes. Also, I would really like to get into the swing of teaching a little bit more. So I recently conducted a tarot class, or co-taught a tarot class in person in sort of connection to the shop that I read at, and that was really fun. And I'm actually working on sort of creating a curriculum for my own tarot class that I'm hoping to teach in the late fall and early winter at the same location by me in person. But I think it would be really great to create an online class. I have seen many of my fellow content creators and tarot tubers create tarot classes that are really wonderful, and I'm hoping to create one that feels a little bit unique to me. So I don't want to just try to reinvent the wheel or make a class that I think has already been created and is really great on that somebody else has already done. So it's not going to be necessarily a beginner tarot course or learning the tarot. I think I might want to delve into something that I think is fitting with the types of things that I do and feel like I can impart to others that I haven't seen as much of. So if there's a certain type of tarot course that you think you might want or would like to sign up for, I'm still very much in the formulation process of this, so I think it would be great to receive some suggestions and feedback on that. I haven't really even gone about creating the structure of how I'd like to do that and how it would go, but it is something that I have an interest in. So outside of just this content and conducting readings, I would like to have that workbook and also create a course of some sort and just see how that goes. I'm thinking that it would incorporate maybe some workbook-like things, as well as videos that would accompany, or links to videos that would be accompanied in the purchasing process of that. I would have to really delve into what it would entail to create a course, but let me know what you think about both the workbook and the creation of a course. If you have any suggestions or things you guys would like to see in these, and if there's even a want or demand for that type of thing at this current time. So yeah, let me know about that. So I hope you are all well. This is just a bit of a check-in and letting you all know where I'm at. I'd love to know where you are all at in your paths and lives. The weather is getting colder. Samhain's approaching. It's a wonderfully cloudy day. I'm actually really enjoying these cloudy days. So let me know what's good in your life, what's new, if you're feeling like things are shifting and you have any updates of your own to share, because I am curious about you all as well. Let me know how you all are. I'd love to know. I hope you are all well. Like and subscribe if this was helpful or fun. I know it was just a little check-in update video. Until next time, bye.